Harrison Klein from the Masters Gathering, and I'm sitting here with shawneduperon. And Shawn is a media expert. She is concentrating on the law of attraction with media, and that's what we're going to talk about. And she's going to be at the Master Gathering. She's going to be teaching, so I want you to come see her. But we're going to talk about some things that I think you probably haven't heard before about the media and the law of attraction. So let's start out with, hi Shawn.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, we're doing great. This is going to be an awesome interview because this is an area that people don't really know. You can do some great stuff with media. You can do some great stuff with networking. So tell me about what you do and who you are and a little bit about that, just a short version.
Yeah, you know what I really do is I teach people who are really passionate about getting their story out there.
Right.
And how to work with the media, lower the fear, increase your power so you can be awesome on camera and generate the stories you really want to see and actually really impact your business, because the bottom line is to create this free publicity, create this visibility, and really make a powerful difference in your business and the planet at the same time.
Okay, cool. So how do we do that? Okay.
You know, it's a lot about your belief systems. Right. A lot of what I talk about is, well, if you know, like you go to a networking event, maybe you meet some folks and you go, oh my gosh, I don't like that person doesn't feel good. We have media belief systems around media. We have belief systems around media.
Okay.
So culturally, we think the media sucks, they're out to get us, reporters, producers, anchors, they're out to get us. So when you have a feeling of not liking somebody or thinking they're out to get you, that's exactly what shows up.
It's exactly what shows up, because that's the law of attraction.
It sure is.
Right. Okay.
And so as a culture, we have all these belief systems around media, and when we think that, that's exactly what we get, and it just reinforces how we don't like the media. So our awesome, fabulous, incredible, outrageous stories don't make it on the air, because we get stopped.
Right. So then, so what's the revolution to that?
You know, a couple of things. Quickly, and here what I could say is probably knowing the biggest distinction between paid advertising and free publicity.
Okay.
Paid advertising, free publicity. Paid advertising is that. We've all done it. We've created ads, did the whole 9 yards,
sure.
Maybe had a commercial made. We pay a ton of money to have it done.
Right.
What I teach is I teach in this realm of free publicity, how to call reporters, producers, anchors, assignment editors, start creating relationship, because everything is relationship, where you create this cycle of reciprocity and start creating this free publicity that reporters end up kind of calling you. They're attracted to you. The law of attraction is in action as you create this cycle of reciprocity.
There is an order to the interactions that happen, and the order is the more you give, the more you get. And it's just a natural law with the law of attraction about, you know, pre-paving, if you will, as we did.
Like with Elizabeth.
Yeah, like with Elizabeth. And just understanding that, you know, if you're happy about something, it acts as a multiplier. It acts as a multiple multiplier. Okay, so whatever you add joy to, you get more of. So when you begin to create relationships, is there a particular way you do that with the media? Because I imagine that most people don't have a sense of how that actually works.
Right, and it's so easy. Once you get it, it's like riding a bike. Like when you were a kid and you were 4 years old and you took the training wheels off and you got on the bike and you got balance, no one can take balance away from you. It's the same way when you're working with media. And here's the trick, or the key to working with media and creating that cycle of reciprocity and that law of attraction. The trick is to treat it like a dating relationship.
Oh, wow.
I love dating analogies.
You're courting.
You are. The public perception or our belief system is that the media owes us. No, the media gets thousands and thousands and thousands of calls, and they're just like us. They work with people they like.
Right.
They work with people they're attracted to and that they want to be with. And your game is to be attractive and learn how to create that cycle of reciprocity. And you start by creating stories with them where it can make a difference for them.
Right. That's how you separate yourself, by making a difference for them in advance, as opposed to, here's my story, feed me, love me, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's just like when you go on a date. Like, say you go on a blind date and you show up at the door and you scream, "Marry me, marry me," and the media's like, I don't know you, I'm not going to marry you. That's exactly what happened. And so the game is to get out of that cycle and get in the cycle of dating. Where does your date like to go? Do they like Indian food? Do they like Persian food? Do they like Mexican? In media, what you do is you piggyback off what they're currently working on, so you can help them and start creating that cycle of reciprocity. I hear Elizabeth uses it with breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Actually, you and I are doing it right now in this interview. Breathing in, breathing out. We're dancing. And actually, the end game, separate of everything that you do, the end game is to be fabulous on camera when you're sitting here, charismatic, personable, and present. That's really the game.
Right.
That's the end game.
The end game is, in everything, is to be present. That is the relationship key. That is the life key, is to be present in the moment. And the more you can be present in the moment, the more everything works for you, because there's nothing that's ever denied to you, especially by the law of attraction. So we are good that way. That's an awesome thing. Okay, so tell me, do you do anything particular with gossip? How do you handle the gossip end of all this? Because I know the media is all about gossip, or is a lot about gossip.
Well, you know that I'm getting my PhD in gossip.
Yeah,
right?
there is a PhD available. I'm a PhD in gossip myself.
But I'm sure, what I look at is I look at how we talk, which is primarily gossip, 90% of it, and how it shows up in newscasts.
Okay.
And like, how does this relationship work? And gossip is defined as anytime you're talking about somebody who's not there. Okay,
right.
That's gossip.
Okay.
And contrary to popular belief, gossip, that malicious, mean kind, is only 5 to 7%.
Oh, really?
We are good people.
Right.
The word gossip just has a bad rap.
Right. Okay.
So gossip is our cultural glue.
Yeah.
Gossip is our cultural glue.
So we say something nice about people.
We say something, and we can also say, hey, don't use that roofer. He sucks. Right. Don't use him. I'm so appreciative when my neighbor says, oh my gosh, I saw that guy giving you a bid. No. He did Joe down the street and he never showed up and Joe gave him $2,000.
Right.
That is good to know.
Right.
That's good information to know.
Yeah.
And what's happening in newscasts is the same people are giving the same stories over and over because they jumped in the cycle of reciprocity, and the reporters use them all the time. And your game is to jump in like a jump rope, kind of like, us gals when we did jumper, to jump in and start giving a different point of view. And what happens is folks haven't been giving that different point of view. And I'm a theorist, right? So the bulk of what makes it on the air is given to reporters. Even though reporters, producers, media set the agenda, that's called agenda setting theory, there's another theory below it called agenda building theory. And what that states is that up to 90% of what's pitched is what is being put on air. And it's oxymoron if you think about it for a second, because I'm really saying that news is passive. News is passive, and we don't even think like that. The news is interested in putting on the air what they're given, and the right people aren't giving them the right stories. That's all that's happening. So my game is to help folks get their story, get their passion, making a difference on the air. That's my game, and I show you how to do that. That's ultimately what there is to do.
And in a sense, that's really principle driven. It's principle driven by how well we both tell our stories, by how well we advance other people and their stories as well.
Exactly, and how we create those relationships.
How we create those.
Everything is relationship.
Everything.
We work with people we like. Even our vendors. We pick vendors that we like. We pick coaches. We watch you because we like you. We watch me because we like to watch me, or John Assaraf.
Right.
We are attracted to what we like.
Okay.
Right? That's the game.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah.
And reporters are attracted to people they like.
Right.
And when you understand how it works, the light bulb goes off, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can do this. And I can do it well.
So do you have to do anything to be liked, particularly, besides give them a reciprocity?
You have to be a good date. You have to be a good date. You have to have it be all about them, not about you saying, cover my story, cover my story, cover my story.
Right.
That's like showing up on the door, right? Saying, marry me now. No.
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh, I see you're doing a story on the economy. I'm a money expert. I can show you 3 things you can do to manage your money right now so you can avoid foreclosure.
Right.
That's not the end story you want to do eventually.
Okay.
The game is to start with relationship.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell your whole life story and talk the entire time on a first date.
All right.
If I talked the whole time on a first date, you wouldn't go out with me again. Well, I'm pretty cute, so you might, okay?
Well, I might.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like when you go on a date.
To play your cards right.
Okay, got it. But you get what I'm saying. Like on a first date, if the gal is talking the entire time or the guy talks the whole time, there is no second date.
Yeah, there's no interest, right.
So it's creating this cycle of reciprocity and learning how it works.
Okay.
And it's really simple. It
Okay.
really is. Yeah, so that's what I'll be teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a short one. This is shawneduperon. Okay.
Well, I married a Frenchman.
Duperon. Okay, shawneduperon. Masters Gathering, June 5th and 6th. We will see you there. It's going to be awesome. Learn how to get into the media. shawneduperon. See you there. Thanks.